have a bit of a problem with misplacing things when I'm working on stuff like this. I remember putting it on the ground, which is a terrible idea, but I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. I could try using my eyes where I could sweep up literally every single piece of debris I can find. And then run a magnet through it. Yeah, this is pretty bad with a little thing to hold it in. Kinda wish I followed my protocol before doing this. And so I just returned from my web research, and it turns out you're supposed to disconnect. You're supposed to connect the positive before the negative. That's my web research step. So positive goes in first. I'm gonna think about it for a second. I'm gonna predict the work tool, the work piece. Okay, so the first thing actually, I don't even want to connect positive first. I want to secure the whole thing down first, so it's all physically secure. And then, I'm gonna still think about it. I want to secure it down first. I want to push down these plastic straps. Then I want to connect the positive. Then I want to connect the negative. And that way, absolutely nothing bad happens. There we go. That is the full procedure. You might tell I'm pretty clumsy with this stuff. The whole idea behind my procedures is that even a clumsy person can be relatively competent if they follow exactly the right steps and have the right kind of mentality in their head while they're doing it. While they're doing whatever it is they're doing. I feel like they, it's kind of like, limitless potential kind of thing. But I'm going to take us out. I have to make, predict, and define the workspace, tool, piece, and flow. I'm going to take this tool out, and I'm going to put it on this line. Since gravity exists, I have to account for gravity. And I was going to press it out and force it out, but that's not the good way of doing things, because I have to predict it's going to fly. I don't want it to fly. Here, I'm going to take my other tool and put it right in the line. Make, predict, define, work, piece, tool. Okay. Now this tool can fall into the crevice because of gravity if I don't hold it really tightly, and I want to keep wearing these gloves. And so I'm going to tape it to my hand actually. I'm going to idiot-proof this. Go here. On the line. Dude, you're being a bit paranoid. But understand, I don't work on cars all day. I program on phones. My body is not used to working on a vehicle. My motor coordination isn't fast enough to catch the wrench if it does fall. I'm an idiot, and so I create procedures so I can be at least acting less like an idiot. So I can be an idiot, but at the same time not perform like one. Really, everybody's an idiot. So I've predicted the work tool, and I predicted the work space, and I understood that the workspace might accidentally absorb the work tool via gravity, even if I'm a clumsy shit. Nothing too bad will happen. I'm being paranoid because I've become self-conscious that this isn't my area of expertise, because I almost immediately just lost a screw for a really stupid reason. Because I was in a Discord call with friends and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And more importantly, because I didn't want to read my protocol, because I thought, hey, this is so easy peasy, dude. What's there to mess up? And well, I learned, hey, there's plenty to mess up. Put this away, because I understand this is still electricity. I want to keep my work tools and my work flow nice and neat, so I'm going to undo my knot that I just made. I'm going to put my string away too. Making sure everything's nice and neat. Making sure that work flow is very nice and neat. Okay? Usually I'm not this nice and neat. Usually I just throw shit everywhere. You guys have seen my other videos. But it's because of protocol magic I can become neat like this. Temporarily long enough to get this thing done, and then I can go back to being messy. Ability to assume personality characteristics that are not mine for temporary periods of time. And if I were to repeat them for a very long time, well, it'd probably be permanently a part of my mind. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna make, predict, define. I'm gonna make, predict, define my work piece, my work tool, my work flow, and my work space. My work space, my work piece, my work tool, and my work flow. It's my tool. This is my space. That is also my space. It's also part of my flow. This is part of my flow. To make sure this thing doesn't touch anything. It's not touching anything. Okay, good. Yeah, it's all good. And I'm only paranoid so much because I was a dipshit earlier. So this might spark, which is fine. There you go. I think I know what negative and positive is. I would hope. This paranoia stuff only really prevents you from making really common mistakes. It doesn't really do anything for more advanced mistakes like a miscalculation. Here, that's not good. It's not even catching. I gotta take this thing off. Grab my 10mm. Because I got the gloves on, I gotta take the rope out again. Gotta redo this crap. Tie that there so it doesn't get stuck inside the engine. There we go. It's there. It's caught on that. Means I made this bolt fairly long, so it wouldn't be a problem to tighten it. Doesn't matter. I took the paranoid and long route. Now this car should start again. Alright. I'm gonna put all these away first. Actually, no. I'm not gonna put it away first. I'm not even gonna take the duct tape off. I'm gonna keep it on there. Why would I take it off for? Turn it from a regular wrench to an insulating wrench. Why would I remove that? I learned these protocols from pain and suffering, and then I just kind of ignore them after life gets a little bit good. And it's not only until a problem comes along I start to take it seriously. This battery hasn't been started in a while, so I'll start it up really quickly. That's good. Work piece, work tool, work flow, work space. So considering that somebody could probably jump in here and take the car, I just shouldn't leave a general hazard like that unattended. Kind of goes in line with the whole paranoia philosophy. Now I can shut this thing up. Close that. I did not predict that this thing can chop my fingers off, but my fingers are still in my hands, so I believe I am good. And so while I'm being paranoid, worried about such things like short-circuiting and losing parts and having things certain to get run over, I'm also going to wash the shit out of my hands to make double extra triple sure I don't have any lead poisoning. And most of society, they kind of separate the manufacturing sector from the consumption sector. But if you're a homeless guy and you are your means of production, you really can't separate those two things. And then things like washing hands becomes really important because that becomes a separation between the means of production and the consumption of that production. So that's really important. If you're out there on the streets, you wash your hands every single chance you get.